Welcome back to ESBR Boxing's YouTube channel. Delighted, as always, to be joined by Niall O'Connell. This is a final predictions video for the big fight happening at the famous York Hall tomorrow night or tonight, depending on when you're watching this video, between Denzel Bentley and Danny Dignum at middleweight. Niall, good to speak to you. It's another packed weekend of boxing, isn't it? We've got boxing in York Hall, got
Yeah.
boxing in Cardiff, of course, got the big fight in Australia between Lomachenko and Kambosos Jr. But this is another good fight, and I'm interested in what you have to say. We're going to go right into it. Denzel Bentley, Danny Dignum. Break it down for us now. What is going to happen tonight at York Hall?
I'm looking forward to this. I'll start off by saying that I always look forward to a York Hall headliner, a big domestic clash. There's a lot on the line here for both. It's a weird one for me because if you had asked me this, who would win this fight before Denzel Bentley fought Nathan Heaney, I'd be a lot more confident about it. He looked just terrible against Heaney, in my opinion, and he was a big favourite there. So it's going to be interesting. There's a lot of questions to answer for Denzel Bentley here. The pressure's all on him for me in this one. I just I think he's going to be too well rounded for Danny Dignam. He's way too kind of versatile. There's not much that Danny Dignam does better than Denzel Bentley. So as kind of underwhelming as he looked against Heaney, if he fights like he did against Nathan Heaney, Dignam has a big chance, to be honest. But I'm expecting a much improved performance from Denzel Bentley here and to kind of outbox him for large parts. And I'm actually going for a late Denzel Bentley stoppage. I go 9 to 12. I think Denzel Bentley will stop him. As I say, he has a big point to prove now. He's more well-rounded than Dignam, and also he's proven at a higher level than Danny Dignam has. He's competed at a bigger level. I know they both fought Janabek, but even on kind of the domestic stage, Bentley is more experienced here. So yeah, late Bentley stoppage for me.
Yeah, look, we'll see. I think, look, you hit the nail on the head. It's about what Denzel Bentley turns up because if you look at Bentley's resume, he's actually beaten some pretty good names. Mark Heffron, good fighter. Linus Sidofia, who was undefeated until he fought Bentley. Marcus Morrison, another one who's operated at high level before. I was at that fight. I think it was round four. Bentley destroyed him. To be honest, it was really impressive. Whereas I would just say Danny Dignam, who I do think is a good fighter, he just doesn't have those names on his resume when it comes to wins. Um, it's a really look. It is an intriguing one because you when you look at Bentley's last performance, I think it's a tough one to predict. But I am going to agree with you. Um, I'm expecting this is one of those fights where I'm not sure where the loser goes. I think Danny Dignam's 32 now. Denzel Bentley's a couple of years younger, but I really don't know where the loser goes here. And I do so. I think Bentley is really kind of really fighting for his career here. I don't think that's a dramatic thing to say. It would be quite a downturn in events over a kind of a 6 to 9 month period if he was to lose tomorrow night. Saying all that, I'm going to agree with you. I'm going for a Bentley stoppage. However, I will go a bit early, and I'm going to go for round five. I'm going to go round 5 or 6. I'll go for that. So we're agreeing and disagreeing at the same time now, which is what we like to do here at ESBR. Um, I think I've only got one final question for you. How confident are you here from a scale of kind of 1 to 100? Because you mentioned there, it is a tough one to predict. Looking at the latest betting odds, Dignam's is a 5 to 1 outsider. So not crazy odds, but there's a clear favourite here. Bentley's 1 to 10 to win the fight, 2 to 7 to win by stoppage. Dignam's 5 to 1 to win the fight, 10 to 1 to win by stoppage, and 8 to 1 to win by decision. Where's your head at? How confident are you at this stage?
Yeah, it is a really interesting one. Like as I mentioned, I hate to kind of harken back to it, but if we ask me who would win between Bentley and Dignam before Bentley versus Heaney, I'd
Mm.
say it's kind of Bentley comfortably. I'd be supremely confident. But that threw a bit of a spanner in the works. You say the likes of Dignam hasn't fought the level of opponent that Bentley has, and neither had Heaney. But that being said, I do think Bentley is still the rightful big favourite here, and he does have a point to prove. And I would be quite confident that Denzel Bentley will get a win here. It'll be just to touch on what you said yourself as well. It'll be a disaster if you lost. It'll be basically a career ender, to be honest with you, for them both, really. I know Dignum has said as much in interviews in the build up to this that his career is on the line. But that being said, I think Denzel Bentley, the pressure is on Denzel Bentley more than it is Danny Dignum, especially coming off that last defeat. So yeah, there's a lot at stake here, but I would be quite confident that Bentley would come away with the win.
Yeah, yeah. It's stakes are high. I think this fight has gone under the radar. I think that's partly because we've got the biggest fight of the year happening next weekend. So when you're the weekend before, it's hard to get a lot of attention. Let's be honest. Everyone's talking about Fury versus Usyk at the moment. However, look, it's still a big and intriguing fight. Before I let you go, Niall, seeing as we're both going for Bentley, what do you see happening after this fight? Because it's an intriguing one because Bentley, he's fought for a world title before, done really well, and just lost against Janibek. He's been British champion before, lost when he was expected to win against Nathan Heaney. Um, what kind of route do you expect him to go down here? This fight's for a WBO Intercontinental, whatever the belt's whatever the belt's called. So, what do you expect him to do? There's so many domestic fights at middleweight. There's obviously Felix Cash and Tyler Denny are fighting each other. Hamza Shiraz is kind of maybe moving on beyond domestic level now. Liam Williams is still possibly going to fight on. What do you see Denzel Bentley doing if we are both correct here and he does win this fight? What do you think that next step's going to be for him?
I think there's two kind of realistic options next for Bentley. I think one of them you mentioned, the see who wins out of that Tyler Denny Felix Cash fight and fight the winner of that. For the European title. Of course, if Cash wins, he'd be looking to avenge the defeat earlier on in his career. So I think that's a viable option. I'd like to see that. But otherwise, I think we could see a Nathan Heaney rematch for the British title, to be honest with you. And I think, as mad as it is to say, I think we could see it in the football stadium in Stoke.
Yeah,
I don't think Nathan Heaney is going to fight Brad Pauls again yet. Anyway, so I think if Bentley beats Dignum here and looks good doing it, I think we could see the rematch for the British title. Heaney, Bentley too in the stadium. To be honest, so yeah, they're the two options for me. Either a European title fight against Cash Denny winner, or Heaney again for the British title for me.
we shall see. All right. Well, we'll see what happens tomorrow night. Obviously, Denzel Bentley has to get past Danny Dignum as well. Won't be an easy fight, but we will see what happens. Niall, thank you for your time, and I will speak to you again very soon.
Thanks a lot. Take care.